Hello and welcome to the Impossible Old Testament quiz. Today we have 4 different modes going from easy to impossible. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below how much answers you got right. Let's go. Easy mode. Question 1. Who were the first 2 sons of Adam and Eve? Cain and Abel. Genesis 4 verses 1 to 2, Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man." Later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Question 2. What was Noah instructed to build? An ark. Genesis 6 verse 14, "So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out." Question 3. Which city's walls fell after Joshua and the Israelites marched around them for 7 days? The walls of Jericho. Joshua 6 verse 20, "When the trumpet sounded, the army shouted, and at the sound of the trumpet, when the men gave a loud shout, the wall collapsed, so everyone charged straight in, and they took the city." Question 4. Who was the strongest man in the Bible, known for his great strength that left him after his hair was cut? Samson. Judges 16 verses 17 to 19, "He told her everything. 'No razor has ever been used on my head,' he said, 'because I have been a Nazirite dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man.'" Question 5. What did God use to promise never to flood the earth again? A rainbow. Genesis 9 verse 13, "I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth." Time for the medium mode. Question 6. Who interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh in Egypt? Joseph. Genesis 41 verses 12 to 13, "A young Hebrew was there with us, a servant of the captain of the guard. We told him our dreams, and he interpreted them for us, giving each of us the interpretation of his dream." Question 7. On Mount Sinai, what did God give to Moses? The 10 Commandments. Exodus 20 verses 1 to 17, "And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me." Question 8. Which prophet was swallowed by a great fish? The prophet Jonah was swallowed by a great fish as he sails toward Tarshish, coming from the city of Nineveh. Jonah 1 verse 17, "Now the Lord provided a huge fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Question 9. What was the name of the shepherd boy who became the second king of Israel? David. 1 Samuel 16 verse 13. So Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the presence of his brothers, and from that day on the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon David. Question 10. Who led the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage? Moses. Exodus 3 verse 10. So now, go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people the Israelites out of Egypt. Time for the hard mode. Question 11. What are the names of Isaac's two sons? Esau and Jacob. Genesis 25 verses 25 to 26. The first to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hairy garment, so they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out, with his hand grasping Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob. Question 12. Which book contains the laws about the Day of Atonement? Leviticus. Leviticus 16. This is to be a lasting ordinance for you. Atonement is to be made once a year for all the sins of the Israelites. Question 13. Who was the Moabite woman who became the great-grandmother of King David? Ruth. Ruth 4 verse 17. The women living there said, Naomi has a son. And they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. Question 14. What was Solomon known for asking God to give him? Wisdom. 1 Kings 3 verse 9. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours? Question 15. In which battle did the sun stand still as recorded in the book of Joshua? The Battle of Gibeon. Joshua 10 verses 12 to 13. On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord in the presence of Israel, Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and you, moon, over the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still, and the moon stopped, till the nation avenged itself on its enemies, as it is written in the book of Jasher. Time for the impossible mode. Question 16. What was the sign of the covenant between God and Abraham? Circumcision. Genesis 17 verses 10 to 11. This is my covenant with you and your descendants after you, the covenant you are to keep. Every male among you shall be circumcised. You are to undergo circumcision, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and you. Question 17. Which prophet confronted King David about his sin with Bathsheba? Nathan. 2 Samuel 12 verses 1 to 7. Then the Lord sent Nathan to David. He came to him and said, There were two men in a certain town, one rich and the other poor. Question 18. What is the meaning of mean, tekel, a parson, as interpreted by Daniel? God has numbered the days of your reign and brought it to an end. You have been weighed and found wanting. Your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Daniel 5 verses 25 to 28. Mean, tekel, a parson. This is what these words mean. God has numbered the days of your reign and brought it to an end. Tekel, you have been weighed on the scales and found wanting. Peres, your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Question 19. In Ezekiel's vision, what did the dry bones become? A vast army. Ezekiel 37 verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. Final question. What was the test God gave Gideon to reduce his army? The way the men drank water from the river. Judges 7 verses 5 to 7. So Gideon took the men down to the water. There the Lord told him, Separate those who lap the water with their tongues as a dog laps from those who kneel down to drink. 300 of them drank from cupped hands, lapping like dogs. All the rest got down on their knees to drink. That's it. Don't forget to put your correct answers in the comments. Thanks for watching.